No child left behind.
At entrance of a West Philadelphia high school, officer with gun perched on each waist asked me if I have any weapons.
I hold up my book. He doesn't find that funny.
Tells me to empty pockets, walk through metal detector, 8:03 a.m. I wait for 2 students to pass through first. Already, I wonder what they have learned. I heard the newly built prison a few miles away bought their test scores as wallpaper. But we say,
no child left behind, because it's a slogan for the slick who co-opt the principle as old as the pyramids, then draft them onto t-shirts. Sell your grandmother's dedication back to you for $14.99. Stand on political platforms and speak that shit into megaphones to convince you that you have not heard it before, like your mama did not work 3 jobs and average 2 hours of sleep a night so you would not be left behind. Like your daddy didn't stop drinking, teach you how to drive, show you how to fight, gave you lunch money when he didn't have it to give so you would not be left behind. No child left behind. There's a bumper sticker.
A caption.
An empty slogan with no room for imagination.
So I asked them if they have dreams. 11 students raised their hands barely above their shoulders as if they were sitting in history class unsure of the right answer. One student in the first row named Luciano is waiting for me to tell him what page to turn to. Another student in the 8th row is trying to decide if this is a trick question. There's no right answer, I say, but they are far too comfortable with the right to remain silent.
See, we hunker down in dimly lit classrooms and memorize some shit about Lincoln freeing slaves.
Oh, yeah?
With a magical document called an Emancipation Proclamation. You feed us the rotten fruit of untold stories, then penalize us when we'd rather be gangsters. Then listen to another nifty little tale about George Washington Carver and his innovation with that peanut. See, there's nothing threatening about the etymology of Jiffy, but you talk to us about Haiti and we might remember the fire in our bellies.
I'm escorted to an auditorium where there are 130 Black and Latino students. We talk about hip-hop. They think poetry is what old white people do. I tell them my favorite poem is Miss Fat Booty,
because I like the storytelling. Yeah.
They giggle as if they're still kids.
Because kids these days tie poetry to a chair and they torture it with bad hip-hop.
They
flog and they beat it. They trick and BET it. Deny it food, water, and light. Figure out how to booty shake to it.
Hire a video vixen for
Get Lil John to remix it. Chop and then screw it. No child left behind. Even when the culture is sick, we don't do it.
The first time I read a book by a Latina author was in college.
Yep.
The wind in my chest stood up. It had been 18 long years of textbooks filled with everything but me.
Yep.
For the first time, my body knew a world that could hold it. See, the quickest way to silence a mouth is to treat it as if none had come before.
There are thousands of unreported lynchings that happen in American classrooms each year. The victims are between the ages of 5 and 19. They are black and brown and gay and poor and different and other and not enough and too much. Round pegs in square classrooms. Children suffering for not being who we want them to be, for having voices too loud,
accents too thick,
pockets too thin for classrooms to honor us just as we are.